Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Overlord, and it's under the command of Prankster1848 of the TLG clan. Now, this replay was actually recommended to us by a regular, Bartholomeus Rexodus. He's also in TLG, and he thought it would be a good idea if this replay came in, because I think you might want to watch it. Well, the player actually has the Top Gun. The Hummel Top Gun actually is a 15cm howitzer. It's capable of doing 600 alpha, 39mm pen, 6.7 meters on the burst radius, and it's also got between, I think it's 6.5, 9.8 to 16 seconds of stun duration. That's it, get it right. He's looking at a T3485, who's in the bowl at the moment, funnily enough. But he's just sort of like tempting our side at the moment. We've got a Type 58 nearby, but there's the T34-100. He's sitting just outside the bowl. Now, what's so good about the Top Gun? Well, the Top Gun will fire over the entire range of the battlefield, so you don't have to worry about hitting anywhere on the map at all. But with the stock gun, you've only got a limited range. But it is a lot more accurate, you get a lot more shells, a faster reload time, and of course it is the same gun you find on the Gorilla. Now, he did fire that round in and then looked away immediately after doing that. Now, you wouldn't do that in a tank. We keep saying to people, if you send in a replay where you do look away, we just can't do those replays as a video because it spoils the enjoyment for the people who are actually watching it. What we want to see is where the shell lands, if it hits something other than the target, if it was a blind hit or anything for that matter. I know a lot of players think, well, we can't do anything. Hey, you see, he stayed for that one. Did stay for that one. Some do say, yes, we look away because we want to relocate because of potential counter battery. But if the enemy doesn't counter battery you immediately, then they're probably not going to until later in the game. Okay, so he is going to stick with the targets now, I hope. He's looking at the T150 as a potential target. In fact, he's got several there that he could go for, including that T29, which is quite a nasty tank. But two tanks together is always a good target, because you've got a chance of hitting both of them, or one of them. In fact, he got neither of them there, unfortunately, because the shell actually hit the hill that led up to that bunker. Well, the Hummel was a late entry in the German artillery line. They actually didn't start making them until 1943, if I seem to recall. And most of them actually went to Russia because they were used for counter battery. Okay, he's got a hit on the T150, and it was 216. Now, they made 705 Hummels and 157 ammo carriers, which were called Munitionsträger, and they would just be the same vehicle, but without the howitzer. So it's identical, and they could mount the howitzer into the Munitionsträger by taking out all the shells and then swapping the howitzer over from a different vehicle. They're actually made by Alket and Deutsche Eisenwerke in Duisburg in Germany. They were designed in 1942, but they didn't actually start building them until 1943. The first 5 were sent to the Soviet Union immediately for testing, and 500 of them were completed by January 1944. Of course, it is basically the same vehicle made from a Panzer IV chassis with Panzer III running gear, and they were also making the Nashorn at the same time, but of course the Nashorn ended up with the point act gun. I think it was actually 88mm gun anyway. So they got the 88, and the others got the howitzer. Doing well with the T29, stripping of his hit points. T29s are so dangerous. One of the reasons why we've moved, by the way, Prankster moved, was because there's a VK nearby. He's actually gone over to the other side of the south end. In fact, now he's approaching our Type 58. Hopefully, he will actually react, and the Leo's there as well. We ended up in a Tier 7 game with Tier 6 tanks in it. Okay, he's moving again. Not only because the VK was getting closer, but also he might be able to get better shots on the enemy from down here. You can see the Su-14-1's already come down here. That's the Tier 7 Soviet SPG. Now in the Collectors tab, you don't actually have to move up the tech tree to get it. You just need the Tier 7 Soviet tank in order to buy it. Going right down to the beach. And the VK's gone. So that's good news. So there's no threat from the VK3001P anymore. But unfortunately, we lost our... we did lose... Oh, we lost our VK3001P. I think the enemy lost their VK as well. Okay, looking for a final shot or a splash on the T150. Just land the shell near him. That's it. Rounds out. He got him. Okay, that's his first kill of the game. Now, one of the bad points about the Top Gun on the Hummel is, of course, the ammunition count. It's not much. It's only 18 rounds. That's a bit harsh, really, because it's almost like some of the Tier 10 Arty in that you could actually run out of ammo during a game. The reload, standard reload, 29.82 seconds. And we've got 27.65 there. Oh, that was a good one. T-3485, 260. And he got some stun assist as well. We're 2 up on the enemy, but they are attacking. And he's now going to go for the Jaegeru. He has to stay still in order to shoot. It's not a Jaegeru, actually. No, it's a Jagdpanzer 4. Should say Jaegerus. It's E100 hull. Rounds out in the T-34. Good shot. He got the kill. It's 2 now. Unfortunately, the enemy has got that 2 difference back again. But we can remove that difference and get 1 up if we can get a shell into this Jagdpanzer. Now, we've only got 2 rounds of the stun HE left. Oh, he did get him! A blind kill at that. That's another reason for staying with it, to actually show that you did get that one. Because you see, it doesn't show. If you look at the team list, the damage scores right down the left-hand corner of the screen, you can see it doesn't show. Jagdpanzer doesn't show at all. But if you stay for it, you see you did get it. Now, there was an announcement, but it just goes to show it's important to actually watch to see what you get. Rounds out, T29 should be a kill. It is! And another one. 4 kills now. Prankster's really good at this. Ooh, now the T25AT. We're loading the non-stun HE now. It's got more oomph to it, you could say. Definitely got more oomph because it does 730 alpha, but it's got a smaller damage radius, only 4 meters. And unfortunately, that one hit the building. Only 3 rounds left now. Okay, there he is. Yeah, we seem to be having a bit of trouble with the corner of that building. And he's now 1 shot for sure. Splash kill, actually. And he goes down. Okay, there's a Dicamax up the other end. In fact, there's a number of targets just suddenly coming to sight. And the enemy Dicamax just took out our T25AT. Oh, actually, it was our T-3485M. So both shells landed in the vicinity, but we didn't see the shell disappear. So I don't know if we've damaged him. Tiger P, a lot closer, and he's gone. The Challenger got him. So there's 4 left on our team, 3 left on the enemy team. They still have that Dicamax, and they have 2 Arty. We don't know where one of the Arty is. We know where they're aiming, though. They're going after the A43, but I doubt that they know where the A43 is anymore. One other thing they're doing, oh, they found one, and it's the M12. One thing I do like that Prankster is doing, he is doing the same thing I do, which is to mark the targets and tell everyone what you're going for. If you hit the T key over the target, it tells everyone that's the target you're trying to hit. And he does get some damage on the M12, but he's only got one round left. And we've only got the Challenger to work for us, and he's actually getting hit by the AMX-13. Now, he can take out that Dicamax. We're dialing in on the Dicamax. There he is. Oh dear. Well, now we've only got 3 rounds of the armor piercing left. This is where it does get a bit of a problem, because you have to get a direct hit in order to make that work. Some players do like to carry a few armor piercing rounds, because there's always the possibility you will come across a target which has virtually no armor whatsoever, and therefore you should be able to get a direct hit and wipe them out completely. The armor piercing rounds on this one are high explosive anti-tank heat rounds, 400 alpha, 188mm of pen. Now the SU-14-1 has managed to get the drop on us. He's always already up the slope of the chine. That's based from the T-35 tank, the SU-14-1. So it is a heavy tank design, not advisable for any other player or medium tank or light tank to ram a SU-14-1, because you're always going to come off worse. I would say that Dicamax as well, he wouldn't be advised to ram the SU-14-1, because he would definitely suffer. But the M12 has actually come all the way down here, and we haven't got a shot because of the angle. Oh, but the SU-14-1 shotgunned him and got the kill. Now, here comes the other one, the AMX-13, and we can get a shot on him. Can we get the shot on? Line it up. Still got to get the kill on the... Oh, he fired. Unfortunately, he didn't get it. It's made a very expensive hole in the ground, but the SU-14-1 is trying to get a shot on him. Unfortunately, the AMX-13 F3 is also very mobile. It's made from a 13-ton light tank, so it's actually a little faster than the other Artys, and he might be able to get a shot into the SU-14-1, but for the fact, of course, the SU-14-1's looking directly at him. He missed. Our aim is out at the moment. You can see the rescue's no longer there. Can we get the shot? Oh, difficult. Well, he tried. He did try, but now he's down to just 1 round of ammo left. And I think the SU-14-1 is going to try and take it out on that F3. He's still got so many hit points, though. And here comes the Dicamax as well. Much easier to hit those. Oh! Well, the SU-14-1 took down the Dicamax, but now we've got to deal with the AMX-13 F3 at close range with a heat round. Wait for it, wait for it. Is he reloaded? I doubt it. Just keep going at him. You've got him at close range. Now, get that gun down. Auto aim on target. Yes, he got him with his last round. Well, this doesn't happen all that often, which is why it's so good. And not only was that a brilliant end result, it was also a first-class tanker for Prankster1848 of the TLG clan in the Hummel. He also managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, 1 short of a Top Gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, and he got 9 in that one. And on top of all that, he got the Faden's medal. He used up all of his ammunition and used the very last shell to kill the very last enemy on their team. And his win rate from that battle, 2,640, which is Unicum standard. So congratulations on your first-class tanker in the Hummel. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that T29 did say those things are dangerous. They are dangerous. 3,133 hit points went to that guy. He picked up a high caliber. Second highest damage in the game actually went to the Challenger with 2,210 hit points of damage. And the third highest damage actually went to the AMX13F3, who got a Confederate and 2,016 hit points of damage. We can say, though, that Prankster did very, very well, but there were three members of the enemy team who were ahead of him, one on his own team, which means he's in 5th place on damage. And, of course, he picked up the Faden's medal, a very rare medal for Arty, because, of course, it means you have to exhaust your ammunition supply. Not something you don't really want to do if you can help it, but it has happened more than a few times. And, yes, I've had quite a few Faden's medals as well. When it came to kills, he definitely got that one. He got 5 kills in that game, the highest number. 4 kills went to the Dicamax, 3 kills went to the T29 on the enemy team and our Challenger. And when it came to base XP, he got that one too. So he's got the top in 2 columns, missed out on the damage one. 878 went to Prankster 1848. 847 rather, I should say, went to the T25AT, and 822 went to the T29 on the enemy team, the guy with the highest damage. He fired 18 rounds in the game, all 18. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, 12 splash. Now, I suspect the penetrating shot was that round on the AMX13 AM at close range. Let's have a look. Yes, it was. Yeah, undeniable that a 15 centimeter round is just going to carve straight through the armor of an AMX13 F3 because they just don't have any armor. They really don't. It's so thin. It's almost, you can almost bend it with your hand. It's that sort of thin. It's only about, but is it 10 to 15 millimeters, I think, incorrect. I can look that up. I think I do have the data to hand. So check. Get the right page. Yes, it is very thin. It's either 20 millimeters or 15 millimeters. So yes, you can actually bend some of the metal with your hands if you're strong enough. Mind you, a centimeter of metal is actually quite thick if you think about it. So maybe I'm overestimating somebody's strength if that was the case. But it was very, very thin compared to other Artys because, of course, it was supposed to be an airborne Arty. It's supposed to be able to air transportable. So anyway, he got the top in 2 columns. Let's have a look at that detail again. 7 direct hits, 1 penetrating shot, 12 splash, damage 1,422 hit points, of which 1,218 were at more than 300 meters, difference being the 2 shots that he fired when he was close to the enemy. 7 enemy were damaged, 5 were killed, 356 hit points of stun assist off 5 stuns. On a premium count, he actually earned a profit of 18,535 credits from that game, and he also took away 6,585 experience points because he got a mission completion reward out of it as well. But I suppose the best reward is actually getting a Faden's, especially when you're the last man alive on your team, pulling them over the finishing line. It's always very nice to actually do that, and that you feel that you actually have contributed to the team because you won the game for them. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.